guys, this is Mitch from the Mitchcraft, and with me is my daughter. What's your name? Charlie.
Daddy calls me Melisande.
Yeah, Daddy calls her Melisande. So today we will be doing a simple and short Bible journal process video that revolves around grace changing everything. So tomorrow is Sunday, and we will be discussing a new series focusing on grace changing everything. So I made a very short Bible study about the God-given grace and how it can help us and how it changes everything. So to do this, we will have very few and simple materials. So Charlie, do you want to help mommy? Okay. So we will be using our sticker, our prayer card, our tabs,
I like it.
and our double-sided tape.
Oh, I got this behind. See, I like it.
Yeah, what's that letter?
C.
C.
And I'll show you the
Our
other one.
brush pen and our Pigma Micron pen to help us with our
There's
calligraphy.
also
In
a
case
letter M. Look, there.
For the other letters
There's
that
the
would
end. There's the end.
yeah, baby, that will be needing to write on the Bible journal. So we will be referring to the verse from 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 9, and it says here, "But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me." So it goes to show that for us to be able to tap the grace that God has given us, we need to have that humility first, to acknowledge that it is not actually me, but God's grace that helps me do things. That in our weakness, His strength is amplified. I'm using my dual brush pen, and then I'll be using a black ink. Excuse me, baby. Okay, so we'll just follow the trace. Darker. Then we go down. Light. I'm really not good at this. So it goes to show that I need practice. But it doesn't matter. What matters is what we understand when we do the Bible study. So I think that should be enough. I'll just add grace, so it changes everything. Sometimes I don't have enough time, and I just want to document what I've learned. So it doesn't have to take a lot of time, doesn't have to be very beautiful. Just make sure of
I want to see.
Documenting what you are. Wait, baby, later you will see. Sometimes there are also distractions, just like this one. Just like this little kiddo. But it's okay, because I want Charlie to be involved when mommy reads the Bible, right?
Yeah, but I can't see.
Okay, later I will show it to you. Okay? So grace changes everything. And we'll just follow the rules of calligraphy. Okay. Down. What's that? No, please, baby.
I just want
Okay,
to show
so that you can be done with this picture. So this is me. There's Claire. This is me and my husband and our couple friends. Back when Jay, my husband, now husband, hasn't even started courting me on this time.
I found a piece of black.
Okay.
Let me place it on.
It's not a glass, it's acetate.
But they can see through.
Yes, yes, it's really.
It's okay, they still see through it.
Okay.
But come you'll see the outline. And don't draw where it is.
So, why did I include Charlie here? Of course, if I am alone doing this, it would be a lot faster, it would be a lot simpler, and I would be able to focus a lot, way better. But even Jesus encouraged the children to be able to go close to him. So whenever I do journaling or arts, I try to allow her. Push it, mommy. I try to allow her in this activity so that she would know what mommy's doing and what mommy learns from the Bible, right? And Charlie is at church. She attends Sunday school.
4 plus 4
Right?
is 8.
Huh?
4 plus 4 is 8.
Yeah, 4 plus 4 is 8. Very good. Is that something you learned from school or from home?
Sun says 4, then I counted.
Yeah, it's from counting.
Finger math.
Finger math.
Okay. So.
Is that ice cream? Somebody's ringing some bells. Or it's a wind chime.
No, Kubo houses only have wind chimes. Wait, let me think it's an ice cream shop.
Okay. Almost done. Okay. So, oops. So, please don't put it there yet because it's wet. It's wet. So, we've just put Grace changes everything. And then we're gonna add our sticker from our stash. I don't use a lot of stickers, and I usually just do watercolor and some calligraphy. I'm trying to do mixed media, but in most cases those things tend to eat more or create more bulk on the Bible journal, which I do not do a lot because it's already bulky and there's a high tendency to easily break the Bible journal faster if it's bulky. So I'm going to erase some of the pencil lines, the trace here. That's why it's important to also make it very light so that if you don't see everything or you weren't able to erase everything, it's not that obvious. So being OC, I wanted to fix this, but I'm going to move on and add my prayer card, put it here.
Can they please be walking?
Wait, baby. Later, we will play with that, okay?
They're
So,
walking.
I just printed this in watercolor paper. I'm gonna put double-sided tape at the back so that I can start. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can start writing my prayer.
So they are walking on the full beach that is fully made because the book is the beach. Because there are a bunch of dirt bugs there. And then here. You are walking towards the big, gigantic
Okay.
worm pecker.
I'm checking right now if there is some explanations from the study Bible for 2 Corinthians verse 12, chapter 12 verse 9. And so it says here, my grace is sufficient. Paul says that God's grace is sufficient, and this emphasizes the constant availability of God's grace for Paul and for every believer. So it says here, my power is made perfect in weakness. So again, it just amplifies God's power when we lift everything to Him and we accept that we cannot address it or do it on our own, and we ask for His blessings, we ask for His help. So when growing up, unfortunately, despite all the blessings that God gave me, I wasn't able to acknowledge that it is through Him that I am able to surpass those challenges, to achieve those achievements. But thank God that with the knowledge that He has given us, now it is clear to me, or with the wisdom given to us through His grace, I now understand that it is His provision, it is His blessings that made me achieve those things that I was able to achieve through Him, through His grace. So I'll just add some what do you call that? Just add something to make it colorful within the color scheme of our sticker. So I'm gonna use this Tombow Dual Brush Pen color 025.
This one?
Yes, maybe later. So I can add or maybe I don't have to add any drawing, but just add that my grace is sufficient.
When you say supplies yet? When you say supplies yet?
Yes, we did that already. We mentioned already.
Because they already gave me that.
Yeah.
How did I give it to you? I didn't see myself giving it.
I like this yellow because it's bright and
Beautiful!
beautiful. Yes, very good. So we're gonna write.
I hope I can
My
write
grace.
too. And I write too. What did it say there? What does everything say there?
My grace is sufficient.
And then what? Can you please read everything?
Grace changes everything, and then my grace is sufficient. That is from 2 Corinthians.
Can I write too?
Wait, maybe.
Please.
There.
What pen can I use? Thank you.
2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. So, whenever we feel that we are incapable, whenever we feel that we are nervous, scared, worried, just remember that God's grace is sufficient. Because there are so many things that are out of our control. And even if there are things that we think is within our control, we need to ask for God. We need to ask what is God's will for us. We don't just do the things we want. We need to know if the things that we want to do is within God's plan or would be pleasing to His eyes. Before, it was always my decision, always my fruit or my achievement, but now I've known that all of those blessings are given to me by God. And I'm very thankful and even looking forward to what else God is going to give us or shower us. But of course, we need to do our own part. Whenever God gives us blessings, we need to make sure that we make those opportunities successful or profitable in His eyes, provides satisfaction in God's eyes. And we don't waste those opportunities blessed to us by God. So lately, I'm very happy that God has been giving me ideas on how to help the business and what else I can do to improve my skills or even fund the business. So here I'm just gonna write a short prayer, basically thanking God for the grace that He has given us. Okay, so I've just finished writing my prayer here, and I've created a tab saying grace is sufficient from 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 9. And this is apple green, the same color coding for my wisdom and direction. So this one is tombow dual brush pen 133, and I've put a double-sided tape here, and I'm just gonna peel that and then put it on the top. Oops, before I do that, I do use washi tape. If I remember, just like this one, I almost forgot. I do put washi tapes on top of my the pages that I've journaled when I do some artsy stuff on it, so that I can easily distinguish which ones have entries. Although I've used tabs, the typical tabs, to help me identify specific categories about what I've journaled. So for those curious about having ghosting or bleeding, because I use this dual brush pen from Japan, I cannot read the brand because I don't read Chinese or Japanese. I think this is, oh yeah, this is Japanese dual brush pen. Can't read it anyway. It did create some ghosting. It's not bleeding, but the pilot gel pen created some bleeding, very minimal bleeding, but a lot of ghosting. The tombow dual brush pen created some ghosting but no bleeding. So I'm okay with that. I can deal with that later if I need to journal on the other page at the back of my Interleaf Bible journal. So next thing is we put our tab. As my little Charlie would normally say when she gives mommy a massage, finishing touches, and that's basically her way of saying I'm about to end this, but she makes me know that she loves mommy, because those finishing touches are usually hugs, right, Boo Boo?
Yeah.
Okay, so get up. So this is our Bible journal entry for tonight.
So this is the end of our video.
Yeah, so as mentioned, a very simple and quick,
Beautiful.
thank you, Bible journaling entry for revolving about grace changing everything. And it's from 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 9.
Everything?
I'll read it to you after the video. Okay, you say bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Hi everyone. So there is still some space here and it looks unbalanced because of the corner here that is unfilled. So Yesterday, when we have started our series, Grace Changes Everything, we were shown of a vessel or a vase. Usually in Japan, when they break a cup or a bowl, they would not just throw the said broken vessel. So what they do is they patch it with gold. So they have um, melted gold, and then they use that as a glue. And in the end, it has a higher value. Instead of just serving its purpose, it's now able to serve the purpose at the same time has gold trimmings on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this black cardboard, or it's just a cardstock that is black, and I'm gonna use my Kuretake Starry Colors watercolors. So I'm gonna use this to be the gold trimmings for my broken vase. Okay, so now that we have cut our bowl or our vessel, we're going to test first which color, which gold do we want to use. So I'm just gonna wet my brush. Try this one. It's raining outside, and it's the best time to do your Bible journaling because I love the rain. I love the sound of the rain. So we can know that it is. Okay, so now what I've done here is I've just put watercolor on the rim of the boat so that you can easily see it. And I've let it dry so that when I draw on the broken parts, it's not gonna smudge on each other. Okay, so let's do the broken pieces with the gold, melted gold. So just as much as possible when I'm using the Kuretake watercolors, especially the glittery ones or the pearly ones, I don't put a lot of water because it goes everywhere and the pigmentation is not gonna be as rich as I want to. So you want to start with tiny cracks. Yep, those are my kids. They're playing Minecraft. So pardon. So we're just gonna do very light lines. And as much as possible, I try to make it unsmooth so that it's gonna really look like cracks. And I'm gonna start again from the top. And then just pull it down. The length of the cracks can vary and should vary, otherwise it's really unnatural for those things to happen. And probably one small chip here. Okay, so I guess that should do. I don't want to add too much and then it's gonna look like it's it's faked. So it's up to you if you want to thicken the cracks. Clear. There you go. So that's our crack. If you want, you can also put gold trimmings on the edge, but I don't want to do that anymore. It's gonna look very staged. So I'm just gonna leave this as is. I'll let it dry, and then I'm gonna add double-sided tape at the back and adhere to my Bible page. Okay, I just want to share that yesterday I already stopped, or Saturday night or Sunday early or early morning, still midnight. I already stopped with this. And I was trying to post it before we go to service, because I know that from 1 p.m. to almost 7 p.m. I will not be able to post it anymore because I'll be in the afternoon services. And as much as I'd want to post it, I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to finish the editing. And it's actually a blessing in disguise because after that, I already heard about the the service and heard about the the broken vessel, which obviously talks about God giving us grace and making us sufficient and even more valuable. For God, even if we are sinners, we have value. So he sees us as his sons and daughters despite us sinning. And that value came about or was emphasized when Jesus Christ gave his life. Because when we've sinned, we're already broken vessels and we cannot function anymore, or we are dead, as the book of Romans would say, for the wages of sin is death. But we are very thankful that in chapter 6 of the same book, it said that because of the free gift of Jesus Christ's life saved us from that eternal death. So same thing is being explained with this vessel, that when we are saved by Jesus, when we believe in him, then we have this even greater value in God's eyes. So I'll just put some message here so that I can incorporate what I've learned from our service. So I'll get my pen. I want to use my 0.5 Pigma micron, which I've been using way a lot more compared to the other points. So we'll see if it's still writing. Okay, it does. So I'm using my Pigma micron. Sorry, because of the glare, it's hard to see. Number 5, and we'll just put some notes so that I can remember what this vessel means. So I'm saying here, when we are broken, we lose our value. But with Christ, we are now more valuable. There you go. So I hope you guys learned from this Bible journaling, not just a method, but also about grace changing our lives changing, uh, how God the Father sees us, or how we um, are sufficient with God's grace. With this, I bid you a blessed day, and I hope you guys find more time reading your Bible and spend time with the Lord through your prayers and quiet time. Goodbye.